Well, hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to Beijing. This is the fourth attempt to be able to make these videos correctly. I'm on the phone now because I've been having some serious GoPro issues. It's coming back to the videos that I've taken it damaged with the new SD card. I think I made a mistake with the original SD card. Put a new one, and now that's coming back as the video is being damaged. So I'm gonna have a look around to see if I can find some SD cards among some other things, and this may properly start in Dubai as opposed to Beijing, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go around, and this first video is just going to be essentially a slideshow of the stuff that I've seen without me talking over them as was originally planned. I did have the GoPro to my chest and going around and doing things, but unfortunately that seems not to have worked. I'm hoping to get it all sorted by the time I get to Dubai, and then we can start the series properly. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go around to a few of the places that I've been to already and see if I can get some footage there from those places regardless. So that's where I'm staying, or have been staying. And just behind me over there is the Beijing Olympic Stadium, which I thought was quite cool. But so yeah, we're just going to essentially wander around today, see a few of those places that I've been to. Maybe not go in them this time, but if I can, then I will. But no promises on that, so we'll sort of just see how we get on. Peace. It's actually really fun because there's quite a lot of greenery in this part of Beijing, which I think for me was unexpected, and probably for a lot of other people it'd be unexpected. But it is quite nice to see and just sort of meander, which is essentially what I'm doing today. So the other thing here in China is you'll have greenery right here in Beijing. I shouldn't say China, big country. Really modern stuff. Trying to buy a bunch of that. And road rules are more of a suggestion here. Drivers seem to be rather polite as such, but still very much about themselves more than letting people in or anything like that. So you've sort of got to take your moment when you can. So this is the entry to a hutong. It's a mildly unusual one compared to the other ones I've seen so far, in that cars are driving up it. A lot of the time it's too thin for cars. But these hutongs are made up of lines of CF1, which are courtyards like this that have about 4 houses stuck on each one. So each doorway you'll see with a number next to it. So for example, you can see number 2 there. They'll have about 4 houses or 4 places of residence for people to live in. Obviously not a whole heap of space, and because there wasn't a whole heap of space, a lot of residents, especially prior to 2006 Olympics, 2008 Olympics, but 2006 when they started to work on it all. Prior to that, a lot of them didn't have their own bathrooms, so they would have to use public toilets, public showers, that sort of thing to be able to, do their business. But once Beijing knew they were hosting the Olympics, they knew they needed to smarten that up a bit so as to look better, especially to the Western world. And a lot of these CF1 also have businesses in them as well. Sorry, got a bit sidetracked there. But yeah, once Beijing learned that they were hosting the Olympics, they knew they needed to upgrade those sorts of facilities because they were going to have a lot of international visitors. So a lot of these now do tend to have their own bathroom facilities. The other interesting part about this is a lot of the hutongs are handed down from generation to generation, and if there's no next generation, then quite often it goes to the government, who then rents it out at a very low price to help combat homelessness, which is something I don't think a lot of people would think when it comes to China actually trying to help the homeless. Completely the opposite to some of the places in the Western world at the moment. New Zealand comes to mind straight away. America's another one. And we can see there's a few here that stay down that particular hutong. CK1. And as I was saying just before, there's lots of little shops and stuff down here as well. So you can see there's like a little mini mart there. You get massage parlours, you can get lawyers' offices, all sorts. That's a little courtyard there now. Yeah, I've been really enjoying walking down these hutongs. It's quite an experience because it's very different to the way that we live. Absolutely lovely. Fascinating even. Same thing, as soon as we come out of the hutong, there's a lot more colour and vibrancy again. Potentially aimed more at the touristy side of things. And obviously a lot more people straight away. This appears to be a temple. It actually reminds me of Lama Temple. It is Lama Temple. We have made it here. Let's go on in. So here we are back, well, back for me, but welcome to you to Lama Temple. So this used to be, a long time ago, the home of the emperor. And when they moved out, they told, or when they came to power, when they moved out, they wanted to make this place a temple. So when we get there, you'll be able to see the yellow, some yellow decoration. And that's because that was there for when the emperor was here. Yellow or gold, mustardy. That was there when the emperor was here. You're not really meant to have yellow as part of temples, but if the emperor says it, then that's what happens. Here we are at the main entrance gate to the temple. And you can see on this sign here, that one right there, there's actually 4 languages. So from left to right, you've got Mongolian, Korean, Chinese, and what was the other one? The one on the right, Manchurian is the one on the right. People know the movie The Last Manchurian or The Final Manchurian. Last Manchurian, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, followed pretty much everywhere. In China, there's cameras everywhere. There's everything everywhere. There's the Yonghai Gate Hall. Main entrance to Prince Yong's residence. 33rd year. Oh, it's made in 1694. So let's go have a look, see. But even then, just the buildings alone, well, wouldn't of course, had some very big issues with fire in the past. But right now, I'm just going to go off to the loo because I've been busing for a while now, and I'll get back to you soon. So I actually found a place on the map, or as I was walking, called the Beijing Temple of Confucius. So I thought that might be cool to go and have a look at. It's taking me up this quite beautiful little street here, Guozijuan Street. I'm going to wander up here, see what we come across. This is quite cool in and of itself. Not the temple, I'm guessing the temple is behind these walls. It was built in the late 1300s by the Yuan dynasty, of course, which is who the money was named after, the current Chinese money. So, yeah. Just gonna go and have a look and see how much the tickets are and see how I go from there.